seems like the whole Danube Canal has got these bike paths and walkways. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've been waving to them, but they're not waving back.
Light your way.
No, this is very interesting.
Get my head out of the way.
Can you get two? If you look out to the right, you can see Karen. Now, if you look further, did you get me a free cookie?
Yes, I did. They're very delicious. Chocolate with, oh. I just showing the folks at home. Cookie. Did you want it?
Bravo.
Sometimes it takes a little work, but it's worth it. What's out there?
The bank.
Ooh. The riverbank, not the bank.
No, correct.
Okay. Okay. Yep, there's the bar. And what?
Are you good at thing of the lounge?
Yeah, I think I do the thing of the lounge.
People all sitting and relaxing as we cruise toward Vienna.
Mm-hmm. Nope, no, we're not in that one.
Okay, sure. I got There's your paper. I didn't mean to steal it.
Sure, I bet.
Are we in Eckersmulen?
No, I think we're in, yeah, I guess we are.
Is there a door there?
No, at the other end is the door. We're going in now.
Are they going to open it?
No, not until they'll close the door here, and then they'll flood it, and we'll raise
Is
up.
that what we've been doing this morning?
Good God!
That's why he's got bumpers on the sides. You can see where they've been scraping.
It's coming down right where we're going. Oh, jeez.
This is pretty cool.
I wouldn't say anything. You know what's fascinating? If you look over here, there are ties where they tie up.
Yes.
They will raise up as we're going.
Oh, they will?
Because what happens is, in the middle of the boat, they tie onto one of these, so they'll move from side to side. And if you watch them, they'll go up, and you'll see the boat going up with them.
Ah, fascinating.
You made it, honey.
This is nice. It's different. Each block would go in a different area out front here. Experience it.
Tie on. Yep.
Yeah, well, that's I gather, if something goes wrong,
You can tie them.
where there's a ladder, they can hook on and keep handing them up.
Yeah.
But there's an automatic
So
one.
these other things over here are the ladders. Okay.
You'll see on the side there, up in front there,
Yeah.
there are two of them.
Yeah.
When we stop, as the water comes in, you'll see them go up.
He was saying that they were getting a positive. Yeah, it's always worried when I see a drive.
Oh, did I hit another car? Damn. You're what worries me.
He'll get really tired, and we're going to go somewhere, and I'll say, you want me to drive you? I'm not that tired.
This is what I get. Ring, ring, ring. Hi, honey. How you doing? I'm fine. Oh, my God. Honey, what happened? He almost hit me. And it's literally every time she calls me. I can't believe he did that. What did he do, honey? Well, I was coming out, and he didn't slow down at all. And, oh, God, what is she doing? people.
There's people?
More people?
Slight diffraction through the water and moisture in the clouds. Same, actually, it's the same thing across the rainbows.
You know, over here on the right-hand side, you maybe noticed when we got to the King's Gate and the King's Tower that we have the city's fortification walls. Now, these are the longest and best preserved city walls in all of Europe. They stretch 4 miles or 7 kilometers around the old city of Nuremberg. Incorporated into the walls are towers of various shape and size. 80 towers incorporated into the walls of the city. And here on the right-hand side is the second of the 4 round watchtowers guarding the main entrances to the 4 entrances to the city of Nuremberg.
And so Nuremberg had access to a lot of things that other cities did not have access to. And that's why it put Nuremberg in a position to be able to make those famous gingerbread cakes that Nuremberg is famous for. Now, actually, to call them gingerbread cakes is a misnomer because there's absolutely no ginger inside those gingerbread cakes. We should call them actually sweet spice cakes. And in German, they call them Lebkuchen. So you're going to get over those walls. What'd you say? What's your name? Skip? Yeah, Skip says ladders. Skip has never watched the movies. Because what happens when you climb those ladders? Yeah, that's right. They push them over, right? Right, or pour oil on you, right? How else you going to get over those walls? Grappling hook? What's your name? What's your name? Sam? Yeah, Sam says a grappling hook. You know, take a grappling hook, throw that up there with a rope, and pull yourself up. Folks, take a look at the walls. Take a look at the walls. Now tell me, how many of you, with no sense of false modesty, how many of you have ever in your life pulled yourself up a rope, up a wall like that? And then wearing your little Roman sandals, carrying your sword and shield, and maybe even your damsel in distress on your back, right? And so it's difficult, right? And you notice it's all zigzaggedy, the walls? That is to make sure that there are no blind spots. You cannot hide without them being able to shoot down at you from different angles.
So you get your retirement from the government too?
Yeah, sometimes the government or the employees or the employers, they also kick in something. But it's any aid to the government fund.
Courtroom number 600 is the largest of the 80 courtrooms that are in this courthouse complex. That is where the Nuremberg trials took place. Now, you notice the part of the building that's a little bit inset. You see it right over here on the right-hand side. You notice a different color of stone. Well, that's the only part of the building that was destroyed in a bombing raid before the end of the war, which is almost it's miraculous. Seeing how that 90% of the old city of Nuremberg was destroyed. It was the second most destroyed city of Germany, behind the city of Dresden. That such a large building like this was able to get through the war almost unscathed. Now, this building is a courthouse complex. It's called the Palace of Justice. Now, it actually had nothing to do with Adolf Hitler when it got its start, because it was inaugurated back in the year 1917. But when Adolf Hitler took over power here in Germany, they should have changed the name from the Palace of Justice to the Palace of Injustice. Because this is where many mock trials took place. This is also where the infamous Nuremberg race laws were conceived and passed in 1935. The race laws that categorized you as being an Aryan or a non-Aryan. And of course that relegated a whole lot of different people to becoming second-class citizens here in Germany, especially those of the Jewish faith. And of course that led to the genocide that took place during the Second World War.
Why was Nuremberg such a target for the Allied bombers?
Okay, why was Nuremberg such an important target? For the bombers, one of the reasons is because Nuremberg had many factories here that were producing something that was really important for the war. And what was that? They were producing motors, engines. Nearly half of all the engines being put onto submarines, onto tanks, onto trucks, onto motorcycles, onto jeeps, you name it, were being made right here in Nuremberg. Plus, the railroad system. Nuremberg, with its extensive railroad connections, a lot of military equipment was going through here. And Nuremberg was designated the city of resistance in case the capital should fall, Berlin. And so if Berlin would fall to the Allies, then Nuremberg would be the new city where the center of resistance would have its start.
Louise. Okay, well, Louise, since you were so willing to help me, maybe you can ask somebody to help you. Who would you like to help you for a second? Who do you want to get to know? Be careful who you pick out there.
Gentleman in the gray hat.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Oh, it's beige?
Britain. Okay, Louise and Britain. All right. Louise, if you can hold this. Britain, if you can roll that out for us. It was all designed to develop the cult surrounding the Führer, the leader, Adolf Hitler back then. Now, Britain, what year was this here?
1933.
1933. So this is September of 1933. Now, Adolf Hitler, he took over power here in Germany on January the 30th of 1933. What happened on Black Tuesday, Black Friday of 1929?
Stock market crash.
Exactly, the stock market crash, which sent not just the United States, but the entire world into what we still refer to as the Great Depression. And during the Great Depression, a lot of people were without work, right? In Britain, how do you feel if you don't have work? You feel very good about yourself? No. Louise, do you have very much self-esteem? No. And that's the way it was with many of these. They were in that same situation. Plus the fact that the Versailles Treaty that ended the First World War put a lot of restrictions upon the German nation. They had to pay back all this war reparation to the other nations.